Namibian dollars. That means you can walk away with your book. Otherwise, 80 Namibian dollars. Then you can purchase your book for 200 Namibian dollars. The next speaker, we said he's a passionate writer, startup entrepreneur, business coach, and also author. Her first book launched or published in 2019 called Women's Persistence. She's a holder of bachelor degree in commerce from the University of Namibia. Ladies and gentlemen, she's been happily married for 12 years with 3 children. In addition to this, she had received a startup award such as Lowlands for Women in Africa, representing Namibia in Women in Morocco in 2019. She was also a country winner for Bootstart Scale Up program organized by Southern African Innovation Support, an ambassador for Impact Namibia, an NGO that support women in Africa, a member of a member of the United Nations E-Trade for Women, an initiative aimed to empower women in digital space. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up to the owner and also the writer of The Journey to and from Wealth. Ladies and gentlemen, Victoria Haihambo. That's not enough, ladies and gentlemen. That's not enough.
Thank you. Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Our guest of honor, Ms. Juliana Haimbodi, the owner of Vintage Property Developers. All invited guest speaker, Ms. Aquila Ledbetter, the founder of AfriSource Innovation Center. Founder and owner of Koha School, Ms. Victoria Joe. Distinguished invited guests, friends and family present here. My dear husband, Master Paulus Hayambo.
Oh yes.
Members of the media. I see new era there. Festus, he just walked out. And Maria David from Informante. Good afternoon once more. Before I start, I want to give thanks to God Almighty for bringing my work, my book, to a successful conclusion. I would like to thank each and every one of you for accepting my invitation to join us today for the book launch, The Journey to and from Wealth. Thank you for taking out time out of your busy schedule to witness this occasion. Your presence here means so much to me, and I don't take it for granted. As a child, I was always an introvert, and I would rather spend time reading rather than socializing. I was one of those people you would describe as a bookworm. I always had to make sure that I had a novel with me, waiting before I could finish the one I was currently reading. I became a member of almost every library in the coastal town of Swakopmund, where I grew up, such as school libraries, Rosing Foundation Library, which was very close to my home. I believe my best friend here, Monica, can testify to that. My love for reading was so extreme to the point that my mother thought that it would actually damage my eyes because I just read too much. But of course, I had to convince her that was not the case. Every Christmas holiday, me and my sibling would go to the village, and I always made sure I borrow as many books as I could to make sure I had enough to read during the school holiday. But of course, I get to finish the book before the holiday was over. I will then start writing my own story to kill the boredom and to entertain myself. In year 1999, when I was in high school, my English teacher informed the class that each one of us should write an essay in form of a short story, which was supposed to be done directly that moment. When the teacher was busy marking the essay, She decided to take my essay to another English teacher because, in her opinion, she could not believe that a 16-year-old can write a story like the one that I just wrote. They started questioning me whether I perhaps read the story somewhere else and made the story my own. I believe everyone here know that feeling when you are telling the truth and no one believes you. You feel like there's something down your throat. Long story short, I was given an average mark because they just couldn't believe it was my own work. Said her. If I see those two teachers, they should probably buy my books for double the price. At the time, I didn't think much about it. I just wanted to pass my essay and get good marks. But looking back now, it was proof that I'm capable of telling a story at least. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished invited guests, I also like to touch on how I became a published author. Throughout my high school years and up to university, I kept reading novels, mostly fiction, by my favorite author, Danielle Steele and Sidney Sheldon. And all that while, I had this dream at the back of my mind just to be a writer one day, but I never pursued it. In 2015, I was at this networking event, and there were this publisher, actually a consultant who happened to own a publishing company known by Dr. Hoderi Rwako. And I told him that I want to publish my book. So he said, Vicky, go ahead and write it and send it to me. So I did. And that is how I wrote my first book titled A Woman's Persistence. It's a short story, but that was the beginning, and that was my first book. And this year, then I continued to publish my second book, but this time I went the route of self-publishing, and I published my book, The Journey to and From Wealth. And here we are today launching it. The idea behind The Journey to and From Wealth. I have realized that there are many entrepreneurship books written, especially self-help books, that motivate entrepreneurs, but less has been said on what goes behind the scene in the life of those entrepreneurs. My idea was to incorporate fictional novel into business writing by turning real life event into a work of fiction. Besides these entrepreneurs striving to run their businesses, building their businesses and their personal brands, they must still deal with personal lives. At the end of the day, their mothers, their fathers, their sisters, their sons, you name it. And their personal stories have to be told somehow. And thus, I wrote a fiction book with an element of business and personal life. And I believe most readers will relate to the characters in this book, whether you are a business person, a career person, or simply a young adult. What is so special about this book is that there are so many different characters, and each one of them are going through their own personal journey. And it's very interesting to see how each one of them move along their respective journeys. The behind the scene of this book. When I was writing this book, I would put a timeline to myself to say I'll take a week to finish this chapter and so on. And because mostly I wrote at night, sometimes I feel like today I don't feel like writing, and I feel like just curling up in bed and watching Netflix, or perhaps just sleeping. But I had to push myself to at least write several pages per day. As we all know, entrepreneurship has its ups and downs, and on some days I would like to go without writing. But my husband will always tell me, I quote, just write your book. In addition to this, I had fun moments writing my manuscript, and I fell in love with the characters in the book to the point where I almost felt like I missed them when I finished my manuscript. I'd like to appreciate my husband, Paulus Hayambo, for supporting me in this project and for motivating me. The person who pushed me to continue working when my energy seems drained, and his unwavering support cannot be. I cannot say I don't know what to say. His unwavering support is strongly cherished. Honey, please stand up for everyone to see. say that behind every successful woman is a selfless man and a mentor called a husband. You may be seated. A special thanks to Takuza Mafabire, a creative entrepreneur from Zimbabwe, who helped me when I was busy brainstorming my book title. Thank you so much to my sister, Hilaria Nipondoka, who is an aspiring psychiatrist and boasts of vast knowledge in mental health issues. To my best friend, Monica Hoshi, who is a lawyer in the making. Monica, please stand up. You mean so much to me. She's my childhood friend. From the Dark Institute of Tamariskia, Swakopmund. I appreciate your intellectual contribution when I was busy researching on legal terms for my books. May you forever be blessed. Thank you so much. And finally, to my editor, Fungai Sox in Zimbabwe, for his editorial input and his role in offering literary consultation. And in conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, I would like you to say that enjoy this session and enjoy all the interesting speeches which are lined up. Thank you, and I now submit the mic back to the rightful owner, the beautiful two MCs. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was the writer of the reason why we are here, the book called The Journey to and From Wealth. Do make sure you grab your copy, $200 million. And if you want perhaps to share any of the pictures, videos you perhaps take tonight, make sure you share under the hashtag The Journey to and From Wealth. Your MC Anele alongside my co-host Dee Blaze will be here to give you what we can do the best, ladies and gentlemen. Do not forget that we are having some refreshment for you guys, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. DJ, give us a beat of music. Yes, just to celebrate music. I think a song where everyone can just move a little bit, you know. We are here to celebrate, ladies and gents. Mr. DJ, give us one song more, please. Thank you so much. Let me give the mic to my co-host Dee Bliss, since we are running out of time, to call upon our next speaker.
Okay, and by the way, we are broadcasting live on Facebook. We're streaming live, and thank you for those who have joined live from Facebook. Thank you for joining us, and please people behave. We are live on Facebook, so the camera might just pass by you when you are doing something. All right, so now we are going to call upon our guest of honor. She is very passionate about entrepreneurship, which lead her to establishing her own company, Vintage Property Developers Private Limited. In addition to her passion, she is an executive committee member for the Namibia Chamber of Commerce and Industry, which is the MCCI, since the year 2014 to date, and part of her mandate is to foster the SME development and youth empowerment in business. Wow. She is a person of the advisory committee for Oceania Regional Youth Forum and a committee member of the Decentralized Build Together program for Ongwediva Town Council. She has a bachelor's in human resources management and loves to travel, networking, photography, and reading. Ladies and gentlemen, she is a businesswoman, mother, wife, and a philanthropist. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome Juliana Haimbodi to the platform.
Wow, thank you so much, Madam MC. And good afternoon, everybody. You look gorgeous. All of you look so beautiful. It's like a gala dinner. I feel like I'm in a gala dinner. But it's just a launch for the book, which I really love because you have respect for the event that you are invited. Hallelujah. Amen. Okay, I'm also a church leader, né? Yeah. So in many platforms I also do a little bit of preaching or teaching, you call it. I'm not a pastor, but I just love to give the word of God. So when I say hallelujah, I just say amen. Because I'm standing in front of people. I'm also a businesswoman. I might speak something of business, so just get along, all right? Yeah. Okay. Well, Victoria, thank you so much for this privilege to be the guest of honor for the launching of your book. I was really amazed, you know, she said, Juliana, I've been calling you. She texted me. You know, businesswomen, we get so busy at times that we just throw the phone away and then we just focus on what we need to do, right? So she said, I've been looking for you all day. I couldn't get you. Let me rather text you. I have a book that I want to launch and I want you to be the guest of honor. So I said, no, I will definitely. I looked in my calendar, there was nothing lined up. So I said, I'll put you in there before something else comes up. And this is more specifically that she's a woman. I'm passionate about women issues. You've seen now in my, I don't know what to call it, not really a resume, but it's more of youth. I'm off the youth calendar now. So I'm no more youth, but in my youth, I did a lot of youth matters. I've worked with a lot of youth in business, and I hope they appreciate it. Like Martha was telling me, oh, you are just coming now. Miss Juliana worked. We used to, you know, report a lot of things that she used to do for this community. So I was like, so I am recognized. That's good. But that was more on youth. So I'm off the youth now, and I want to tap into the women now. So assisting other women in business, and I believe that's why I'm also here. All right. So I would just want to welcome you again and thank you again for coming to this event. You came in number, and I'm also glad that I'm only seeing women. Women, we are really, we know the assignment. When we are called, we pitch up. You know, we want to thrive. We understood the assignment that women, we are not only kept at home and babysitting, cleaning. We should also go out there and do something for ourselves. And I'm really, really excited to see a lot of women turning up for this event and supporting other women for that matter. So can you just clap your hands for yourself? Wonderful. Okay, so I am entrusted with a topic on resilience. That's what is in the program. Resilience, and it's a little bit of a tricky topic, because we all know that resilience is the ability to rise up after a fall, right? We all fall, we will fall at some point, but you want to know, are you able to rise up when you fall? Because you only fail if you don't rise up. But for as long as you know that I can rise up one day, or I will rise up in a few months or few weeks to come, then that's what we call resilience, right? If your business falls down, it's no more doing as it used to do, and you need to pick up to resuscitate your business, that is also called resilience, right? And I like to say that resilience starts with you as a human being. It's more of an internal factor than it is an external factor, right? So it's more inbuilt in you, because you are the one that is in charge of that business. If you are not there, or no one is there, your team is not there, then the buildings will just be there. Nothing will move. So you need to be resilient as an individual, as a person. So it starts with you. Before we blame the government, because the government also got their own issues. So we keep on blaming government. But sometimes we must look at ourselves and our capability also, what we can do to salvage our businesses, especially in this time now of COVID-19, economic crisis. It's so many things that are happening, and a lot of businesses are crippling. Some have already taken the death toll, so we need to salvage the situation. All right, so I'm just gonna give a few pointers for today on resilience. And the first one is actually for us as an entrepreneurs to ask ourselves, why did we become business people? What propelled us to become entrepreneurs? And many a times, a lot of people are propelled by two aspects, of which the first one is that they feel like they need money. Like, I need an income, so let me look for something to do so that I can get an income for myself. And then you find a group that says, I see an opportunity here. You know, I've seen that I have a talent to braid hair, and I'm in Ongwediva. I see this side of Omatando, there's no hair salon. So how about putting up the hair salon? Then I can also grow on my talent, showcase what I know. And at the same time, I'm making good money, right? So entrepreneurship, we all want to make an income, but we must first ask ourselves, what really propelled us? Is it just income? Or do you also want to bridge that gap? Do you also want to solve the problem? So that's when resilience now becomes crucial. Because those that just go in business just to make money, they might find it difficult to be resilient, right? Because it's not really their idea. Because such type of entrepreneurs, what they do mostly, they even copy. They just say, Victoria wrote a book, how it's selling. I've seen she sold, she made a lot of money. So let me also write a book so that I can also make money. But she did it out of passion. She did it out of something, like she told us that she loved reading since a young age. So it's innate, it's within her, that should a hard situation hit her, it's easy for her to salvage the situation. But for you who just copied her, when a wave comes that blows away all the others, it's gonna blow you. Because your focus was just to make money. And it's also this type of business that would do anything just to get the money, because it was money that propelled them to do business. So you end up not paying your employees because you feel we didn't make a lot of money, so you are not gonna get, you ain't getting paid. I'm not paying you, you have to wait for next month. And you already know what that is gonna do to your business. That if your employees are not motivated, then they're not gonna perform at the best of their ability. Isn't that right? So we have to choose wisely why we want to be entrepreneurs. And this is just also to prepare us should hard situation hit us. Will we survive them? So it is better to do it out of passion, out of solving a problem. And when we say solving a problem, it must really be solving a problem. Because if I have a car wash and you bring your car wash next to mine, you are not solving a problem. You are just creating more problems. So that is not the type of solving problems. So you want to see that people have issues that need to be resolved, and I'm gonna be the solution to those issues. Definitely money will follow you, because these people are not gonna leave you. Because you're the only one that came to salvage them. You're the only one that came to save them. So money will follow you as an entrepreneur. And these are the same people that are gonna help you, or maybe give you ideas. Let's say a good place closed down and you really love it. Sometimes you just say, I just wish I could speak to the owner. Maybe get other business partners so that this place doesn't close. You get what I'm saying? But the moment you are after money, it's a problem, even though we all want money in business, all right? So we must think very wisely why we want to be entrepreneurs. Not just because somebody else is doing it, and we feel we can also do it. No, it doesn't work like that. Even if we have doctorate, maybe you have a doctorate, but the person is just good at what they're doing without that doctorate. They don't even need a doctorate. They're just good at it. They just have the talent. It's inside of them, and there's nothing you can do about it. So you shouldn't undermine them that I have my doctorate, so I can do better. No, it doesn't work like that. All right? All right, so that's one point on resilience. And the other point is that we have to develop ourselves as entrepreneurs. You know, at the chamber, at the Namibia Chamber of Commerce and Industry, we have a lot of activities and platforms for our entrepreneurs, of which one of it is to give them training. So each time we invite our entrepreneurs for training, only 5% out of 100 would turn up. Because they feel, what am I going to do? They just sit there and listen to somebody talking. Whereas I could just be at my business and generate my money here. But tell them, the Minister of Finance is coming. And he's also coming with a list of the opportunities, that tenders that are there for you. Yo, you won't fit in that hole. You are not going to fit in. You have to stand the whole 2 hours because the seats are so full. So that is typical of us entrepreneurs, right? So we just want the actual work, and forgetting that it's actually what is inside of you that makes you a successful entrepreneur. It's what is inside of you that makes you to be able to manage this business, right? But we don't want to activate that. We don't want to upgrade it. We live in a world that is evolving every day, technology. Let's say the cell phone. I think the cell phone came out in 1996, right? 95? I don't know, but some, you know, when the cell phone came out, like the first time in Namibia, I think it was 96, because I was still at high school that time. I know my teacher used to wear, like, you know, that time they would tuck in the trousers, almost like mine here. And they would put it there so that everyone can see, and it's a big brick. We used to call it a brick, eh? It was those Motorola's. So they would plug it there. And that teacher, I'm sure she used to tell someone to call her while she's giving classes. Because each time you're in class, that phone has to ring one way or another. So she would take it, look, hello, excuse me students, yo, all of us, jaws are dropped, yo. Because that time we were only used to the hockeys, eh? Many knows, you know. And it was so amazing. A person could be speaking a private conversation with a boyfriend, and you're in the queue, chewing bubblegum, just waiting. And everybody's minding their own business, you know. That's how it was, so many of you know. So, but now we see we have the Apple. Everything is at the palm of our hands, right? We can connect to people overseas. We can see them, we can chat. That is how the world is evolving, especially technology-wise. So we need to upgrade ourselves so that we can be in alignment with where the world is headed. And it's so sad, especially for entrepreneurs, especially in the north, because I attend platforms in Windhoek, and people pitch up. They do pitch up when there are trainings. I mean, it's free. Sometimes it's even for free. That let's make it free. Maybe people don't have money. Or let's discount it, 50%. Some pitch up. But in the north, even if it's as low as 250, just a bookkeeping training, they will not pitch up. They don't want to spend the whole day like 8 to 5 just sitting there listening. No, I won't come. So this is really, really a problem. And when you talk of resilience, that's why you see many businesses that the people don't even know what to do, because they don't have any tiny idea. They were not developing their skills, especially your conceptual skills, you know, your analytical skills, creativities, you know, and this comes through most of the time, even motivation. We have YouTube. You can listen to, there are a lot of motivational speakers. We have books that you can read, especially entrepreneurs. We need to read a lot of books, and just see how other entrepreneurs made it. We don't do that. We just feel that going to work, you're in the same routine. And that's why it becomes now a little bit cumbersome when the wave of a disaster comes, because it's gonna hit your routine and you don't even know where to start. But once you like activate your mind, and I like to take this analogy of going to the gym, because I myself go to the gym, all right, at times I go to the gym. You know, when you go to the gym for the first time, your coach gives you these dumbbells to do the lift, you lift them up. So you could start with 5 kg. So the first day you might do, if it's a lot, I'm telling you 5 kg. If it's a lot of reps that you're gonna do, 10 of them. And the next day you're gonna feel pain, a lot of pain. But after 6 months, and you take those same dumbbells of 5 kg, you might even do 100 reps, right? That you can even take a 20 kg, lift it up, maybe 30 times. And what changed there? The dumbbell did not change, its weight. But you as a person, by training yourself, you transformed. That you can even take on a 20 kg, lift it up. So the same with training, when you work on yourself as a human being, as an let's say as a human being, even as a parent, you can work on yourself as a parent. You improve every day. Or as an entrepreneur, you work on yourself. So that's how strong you become. That even if a 20 kg, like a 20 kg, you tell your coach, give me a 20 kg dumbbell, I'll lift it up 20 times. But in the beginning, even a 5 kg was so difficult for you. So the same in business. As it becomes difficult, you can endure it because you know how to stand in that position to lift. The first day, I'm telling you, when you go to the gym, I don't know how many people go to the gym. No one goes to the gym. People of Namibia. Now I should bring my coach here so that we go to the gym. You know, the first day, even the position, it's like you are shaking, you are just there. You are not balanced because you don't know how to do the things. You don't know. You need to stand in a certain position first to get your posture and then be able to lift in a more comfortable way. So the same with business as well. You must find your posture that when I'm at this, doing this, then I'm at my best. I do it much better. So you have to learn. In that way, you have to learn. But that can only happen if you develop yourself. If you start to develop your conceptual skills, your technical skills, then you become a much better entrepreneur. All right? We were all hit. I'm speaking from experience. Even I, you know, when COVID came, we are in property development and we build houses. We have our own challenges. You go to municipalities applying for land, they say there's no service land. And you need to build houses because that's your core business. So you have to find ways that if Oshakati or Mediva doesn't have land, where else should I go? And what is my approach? Because we are so many, you need to have an approach that will entice the people that are in charge, you know? But all this is only if you learn. Your brain becomes like that muscle that you always train, becomes strong. So this is one way of also overcoming resilience. Becoming resilient for yourself. So we shouldn't focus on external factor, that Vicky will just give me money and then I'm good to go. No, Vicky's also struggling. She also got her own issues. So you don't even look at that. That my mom or my dad, they will just help me. My friend, she's so bad. You know, I just saw she got a promotion. She don't even want to give me a portion of the money. No, leave your friend alone. Because she's thinking on how also to upgrade herself with that money. So, but you must think for yourself, like, how should I get out of this situation? How should I make it better? All right? So that is the second point. And the third point will be that we also have this tendency of, we don't want to have kind of joint ventures. We just want to make money on our own, which is, it's good. You can do it, but only until a certain time. If you are really talking of growth, that you want to grow, because business also has stages, right? First, we all become self-employed. We employ ourselves. So you are the MD of your company. You are the marketing manager because you post your things on social media. And then again, you are the IT technician. You do everything for yourself, right? So that's how we all start, which is good for every entrepreneur because it's the only way you can, how you understand the operations of your business. You have to do it yourself at the beginning. That even if you hire people, no one is going to mess with you because you've done that thing already. You've done it. You are even the lawyer. You are part of drawing up that contract because you do it the way you want it to be, right? So you have all these titles without even realizing it. That at one point you were the lawyer, you were the finance manager, you collect your money, you do what, you bank, you are the marketing manager, you are the HR, you hire this person. So you have been all that, right? So that's why we shouldn't, there are those that are called entrepreneurs. They skip the steps. And that's why also to be an entrepreneur is also dangerous. Because you've skipped a stage in your life as an entrepreneur. Because you have to do it all by yourself at the beginning. What those that are called entrepreneurs do, they get a tender and then they hire people to do it for them. So they don't even know what is going on. They just trust that, no, you're an accountant, so I trust you to do a good job. You're an architect, I trust you to do a good job. So now, when there are no more tenders, you don't even know where to start. Because you've never managed your whole company by yourself. You don't know. So that's the problem with what is called tenderpreneurs. You have to be an entrepreneur looking for tenders, right? Because some people just take the company, they just register the company that time and then look for a tender. So that road, you could do it, but you're talking of resilience, because in business, at some point you have to fall. That's a fact. It's a fact that has been here and it's gonna be here. You have to fall at some point. And that's why we are talking of resilience, like if I fall, how do I rise up now again and get back on track, right? So sometimes we have to do the right things and not take shortcuts in life, all right? Yeah, there's no shortcut to success. You said it so well. So take that step, be that self-employed. And now when you think that you are at a stage, you have done it, you want to grow. Then you move to another stage right now, where you're gonna hire your managers that will do the job for you. And then you open branches. You have a branch manager in Otapi, you have one in Enana, and he's managing. It's easy because you know the core business, so you can easily manage also your branch managers if you know the operations of your business. So, but if you don't know, then it becomes cumbersome, it becomes a problem, all right? So, this is just to encourage you that when you are now at the stage of growing, this is the stage where you need to form consortiums. It's either a consortium or you have a joint venture partnership with someone just to share the risk. Because the bigger the achievement, the bigger the risk. And even the financial institutes, the financiers, they won't give you that much amount of finance if you are the sole owner of that business. Because the risk is so high. If something happens to you, the moment they're gonna follow. Tamba will tell you very well. She's a branch manager in Bank Bentuk. So sometimes they don't tell you these things, that we're not granting you this loan because you are alone. So you must think as an entrepreneur that let me join myself with Miss Victoria. All right? We are two. We are going to look for this loan, and then we do this project together. Then the bank will be more comfortable, to give you the loan, and that is how you grow. So alone you can't. You can only run your business, that one branch. Yes, you can, and it gives you money, to meet. It gives you a salary that can help your daily needs. But if you really want to create an empire, and this I'm just also speaking from experience, right? When I was in a transition, my business was also a CC, and I have to go to a PTY because I got some bigger project on board. Now I have to look for funding. Some funders will tell you straight, we won't fund you. You have to be a PTY. We need to tell you how you manage your accounts. They must be audited. Then only we can trust you with this amount of money. So you can't do it alone. You need to get a backup, that if you fall, at least there's someone that can help you rise up. And this is just part of the growth of the business. You share that risk, all right? Because if you do it alone, you might just crash. You might just crash. That you start now longing and missing you yourself being that entrepreneur just selling your basic things. That why did I buy this whole big machine to produce? Now things are not going well. What am I gonna do with the machine? I have the debt at the bank and this machine is not doing me well. So then it becomes a problem. But if you are sharing that risk, then that is something. All right? So I'm also gonna give you a time to ask me questions, so that you can just interact a little bit. So that I'm not the only one that is talking, then I can maybe share what I know as well with you, okay? And the final one, like first you heard me saying hallelujah, so so the final one, I'm a firm believer of what we call seasons, right? That life is made up of seasons. It's even in the book of Genesis, that there is a time to So there is a time to harvest. There's a time when it's cold, and there's a time when it's hot. And this thing will be existent for as long as we are under the sun. There is time to mourn, there is time to laugh. All right? There's time to break, and there's time to build. So these are just some laws of life. That as a person, you must know that there are times when things are going to be good, and there are times that things are going to be bad. They're not going to be in your favor. So you should expect it anytime, anywhere, so that you can train your mind. It doesn't put you in depression, right? Because a lot of people become even depressed. It's like they were not expecting it. But if you know these laws of life, that life is made up of seasons, it cannot be rainy the whole year. It's a mistake. If this year is rainy, obviously the next 10 years, the same thing is not going to happen. So because that is just the laws of life that we need to embrace, which makes now the training and enhancing your capabilities pivotal, so that you are adaptable. You can adapt in any season, any situation that comes your way. You are able to adapt because you have trained yourself to survive in different seasons, right? So we have to embrace seasons. Let us keep that in mind. That comforts me a lot, because these things, we are not the first to experience them. It's things we found on earth, we are living them, and we are also going to leave them behind, all right? So that is what I had for you today. I don't know if that was a natural. I don't have a timer to see if I've spoken for long or for short, but I hope it was short, because I also want to give you a chance to interact, ask questions if you have any questions, ask more clarity on what I've said. You're welcome. You can ask any questions. I don't know if we have another mic. Okay. All right. So anyone with a question on entrepreneurship, resilience? The topic is resilience. How to be resilient, because we know times are not easy now for every business owner. Most of them, we are just surviving. We are no more thriving as it was. We are just picking up from the impacts of COVID-19. Okay. So. Okay, we have a question at the back.
You can stand up, ma'am.
If you could advise your younger self, what would you tell your younger self? As an inspiring entrepreneur, what would you tell yourself?
All right, my younger self, I was like, I was a more reserved person, right? I wasn't that much bold. I was shy, and this, I didn't even tell you how I became an entrepreneur, like at the beginning, you know. I became an entrepreneur. I didn't know that I was doing entrepreneurship, but it was, I think, at the age of 10. We had a backyard garden, but quite a big one though. And you know, when you watch TVs, like there was always this nice sandwich that I used to see on TV. So it's like with bolognese, lettuce, and stuff like that. And my mom was frugal with money. She wouldn't just give you money like that. So I have to think, how am I? I've seen the ingredients of this sandwich, but how am I gonna buy it? So I have to, like, you know, sell some of these vegetables so that I can just generate an income, all right? And that is also how I learned how to drive, because the people that are likely to buy, they're a little bit further. So I learned how to drive like at age 11 years old, so I could already drive. And this was basically just because I had to load these vegetables in the car, and then I had to drive. So those were some of how I started my entrepreneurship. And the second one is I went now to Windhoek again. My mom sent me to finish my primary school in Windhoek. Again, there were these beggars that used to smell so nice, you know. They used to sell them at, our matron used to sell them. And also, I was so young, they didn't give me money, my parents, they would just buy me food. And my dad would just buy me a lot of snacks because he thinks, oh, you are eating at school, so you just need snacks, a lot of snacks. And I'm thinking to myself, but I want this beggar, I don't want these snacks that he's giving me. So I sold some of these snacks. I started selling sweets and chips so that I can raise this money to be able to buy my beggar. So each time I got money, I always buy stock. So that's what I did. But my younger me, I think what I didn't do, I didn't have so much confidence in what I was capable of. Even if I did what I did, that was so good to look back. I felt I did so much that I could have developed on at an earlier age, that I could have worked on. But because I was this reserved person, would be like, no, it won't work out. I was this shy person, like, how do I really, make it happen on a bigger scale? I could only do it with my friends. Even those that I sold at school mostly were just my friends. And what I sold when I was like 10 years, I would probably just go to the houses that I know. That's why I could steal my mother's car and just go sell somewhere. So I would say I wish I was more confident. I wish I was more, have just this eagerness to do what I could do then, if I could maximize it. Because some of this I came to do it at an older age, when I tapped into the business world. So I became an entrepreneur when I was, which year was it? I don't know, but there was 2012, somewhere around there, 2012. So that's when I started now realizing that if I could have only started earlier, I would have probably been so far by now. Because I had all the skill, I had most of it inside of me, but I never really unleashed it. All right? Okay. All right. Any question? That's about it. Okay. Well, Victoria, thank you so much. And thank you so much to everyone for taking your time to listen to what was entrusted with me. And I hope we pick up one thing or two that you could make use of. All right? Thank you very much.
Oh, once again, let's give it up for Juliana. Wow. The power of food. I learned something. The smell of a beggar. It made us to have a passionate entrepreneur. Wow. Hi. Yeah, makes sense. Okay, so thank you so much. I learned that life has seasons. So you have to embrace the seasons. Know when it's raining, know when it's summer, winter, autumn, spring. So when you plant, you cannot expect to eat the fruit when you just planted the tree. So as an entrepreneur, you also need to be patient, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. So without wasting much of your time, I'm gonna leave to my co-MC, Anneli. Give it up for Anneli.
Thank you so much. Remember, we said there is no shortcut to success, particularly when you're into business. If you really, really want your business to grow, you need to work hard. It takes time. It doesn't just happen overnight. It takes hard working, determination towards success. All right, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget that we still have some few performance for you guys and also some refreshment. We are live here, ladies and gentlemen, at Facebook, and we are here in Ongwediva for the launch book of the Journey to and From Where by Victoria High Humble, ladies and gentlemen. You can grab your book. We said it's only $200 Namibian. If you didn't, make sure you did. Tonight, or rather tomorrow. Our next speaker, we said he's the founder of AfriSouls Innovation Center. She has been working with these three communities for over 20 years. She also has a professional background in teaching community mobilization, I beg your pardon, performing arts and information communication technology. She has been also working with a range of non-profitable organization, government, and mentorship that advocate for youth development and information technology, such as Salvation Army, US Peace Corporation Namibia, Office of Chief Technology, DC Public School, and then Fannie Mae Foundation. For over 10 years, she had been recognized for her grassroots effort by a wide range of media, locally and also international, such as Washington Post Magazine, Washingtonian, Wamo Radio Priority, the Salvation Army, the Namibian newspaper, the New Era, the recently Shipi FM radio in the northern Namibia, ladies and gentlemen. The common message found in an article written about her passion for the youth and economic empowerment. Her topic will be AfriSource Innovation Center. Her topic will be building worth that large beyond generation. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Aquila Led Belha AfriSource from Washington, D.C., USA. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. DJ, you're supposed to give us like a bit of music.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. I still get nervous when people talk about me. I'm like, no. Don't say nothing. Just call me up and ask me what to do. But I know it's necessary, right? So you can know who is talking to you. Again, my name is Aquila Ledbetter, and I want to thank Victoria Ayamba, where is she, for inviting me. I've been following her on social media. I said, Victoria, you're doing great things. Hi, I'm in Andangwa. I just read her bio. I was following her books. I found out that she was the ambassador of Impact Her when I was in Washington, D.C. I went to an entrepreneurship market day, and I said, well, who's the ambassador of Namibia? Victoria. I gotta meet her. She is amazing. How did Miss Aquila get to Namibia? Yes, I was in US Peace Corps. I had a degree in psychology, and after my bachelor's of science in psychology, my dad passed away, and I was studying French. All of my whole life, I always wanted to come to Africa, because I said, you guys have all the minerals and the diamonds and the copper. Surely you're the most innovative people in the world. I gotta get to Africa. This is the place to be. The richest person in the world was born in Africa. Who is the richest person in the world? Huh? Who's the richest person? Who is he? Who is he? What's his name? Elon Musk. Who is the richest black man in the world? Elika Dakota. Where is he from? Nigeria. Then I need to be in Africa, right? So going to Peace Corps was a great experience. I was based in Oshigambo. I was teaching at Omukwil Gwemenya. I stayed with Tate Nampala, Hosea Nampala, Memehilia Nampala. All of the Nampalas are my sisters and brothers. They groom me, they shape me, they ondikudenge. That was in 2004. But Tate Nampala instilled something in me. He said, you have the power to do what God called you to do. And Meme Hilliard told me, hey, you are working, eh? Don't let nobody stop you. She was the first Namibian woman elder that I seen that could get up in the church and tell everybody, hey, you guys must not increase the school fees. We are the grandparents taking care of these children. I said, oh, the women are empowered in Namibia. I love it already. Because she would stand up for the rights of the young people. And she gave me that encouragement to do the same. As a teacher in Omukwil, Gwamaya, I saw some of the most innovative young people making all sorts of things. And I said, one day, I'm going to open up an innovation center. A place where these young people can come and continue to scale up their ideas. That was in 2008. And then, you know, like entrepreneurs, like you say, when you start out, you're like, oh, I'm back in America. How am I going to get back over there and open up an innovation center in the North? So it had to take a little bit of courage. A little bit of courage, resiliency, saving money. But I knew that dream, I kept it here. And in 2017, I was able to launch AfriSource Innovation Center. When I was asked to be a speaker for the lovely and accomplished author, entrepreneur, ambassador, Impact Her, Victoria Hayampa, I asked myself, why me? I accepted the invitation with humbleness and humility, but I still asked myself, why me? And then she gave me the topic, generational wealth beyond, right? What is wealth beyond the generation? As I began to do my research and apply it to my own life, I learned the difference between being rich and having generational wealth is one thing. Being rich is having money for the time that you are on earth. But having generational wealth is having money and resources that will last beyond your lifetime. I'm not rich yet. Y'all hear the word yet? I'm not rich yet. It's coming. But I'm a woman on the road to having generational wealth. And so now I ask myself, not why me, but why not me? Why not me? Right? Because we sometimes like to put ourselves here. Because we are servant leaders. And servant leaders, we put you before us. We don't think about ourselves. It's really hard for us. But I want to impart a few words to you today. And these are the words that I would like to give you, because I promise I wrote it down so that I wouldn't go far. You see, building wealth is not about being rich. It is about what you're going to do to impact the future generation. The first elected female president of Liberia and the first elected female head of state in Africa, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, said, "The future generation will judge us not by what we say, but by what we do." During the pandemic, instead of closing my dreams off, I was sitting behind my desk in Arlington, Virginia, working remotely from home with my son, who was 9 years old at the time. And when they said, the offices are closed and you're working from home, the first question I said to myself is, I wonder if I can work remotely from Namibia. Is this my opportunity? Is this my chance to finally see my dream come true? What about my son? He's at the top. He's in the best elementary school in the nation. Am I willing to sacrifice his education for this dream? What is this actually going to look like? So I said to myself, pack your bags, son. We making a move. And so we chose to move to Namibia and finally open that innovation center. A place where anyone can have access to teams, tools, and technology to bring their ideas off of paper and into a tangible item or an active service. We're the middleman. We enjoy seeing you grow because we see it in you every day. I'm just a woman with a dream that started a long time ago that only recently I got the courage to bring it to life. Just like most of you here today, our journey to building wealth to and from started with a dream, a vision that we wanted to make an impact in society and where we live, an impact in society of choice, or an impact in the financial freedom for our families. I decided that right now is my time and my opportunity. You see, in generational wealth, it's not enough to be able to pay your bills. It's not enough to just get that house or the car. But it's more about becoming independent and abundant and doing what God called you to do. Right? Which is to use your natural gifts and your spiritual gifts to earn a living. Some of us have this gift of writing, but we still got to keep working, right? In a whole nother industry that has nothing to do with our natural gift. But as we continue to climb the ladder, we will be doing nothing but writing, nothing but singing, and we'll be able to eat and take care of ourselves. But we all have to start somewhere. And we have to be willing to invest in ourselves. I grew up in Washington, D.C. I grew up in the heart of D.C., Anacostia. And yes, I'm from the hood. The real one. Riddled with gun violence, mental health disorder, substance abuse. Most of my family have been in jail. I have 2 sisters right now still in jail, fighting the police. Aggression and all of those things are a very real thing, okay? But I was determined not to be a product of my environment. And coming to Namibia actually freed me. It gave me a new chance to look at life in a whole nother way. I was no longer the minority, I was a part of the majority. It wasn't about being black, it was about being educated and willing to share your technical skills and abilities to move the mission ahead. Thank you, Africa. Thank you, Namibia. I appreciate you for that. Your country, I believe, is the brain trust of all of Africa. We are running this country good. Look at our roads. Look how clean we are. Look at the things we wear. Look how we upkeep ourselves. And look how we unify ourselves. From Miss Namibia all over the country, we're all different shades, all different types. Our English may be Namlish, right? Oh, yes. My son is even Namibian. But I stand here before you to say, you can do this. And you can help more internationals, especially Black Americans, African Americans. We need you. Oh, yes. You think it's the other way around? Yeah. We need you. We need you to come and teach us. We need you to give us that peace of mind, that understanding of self, value, and respect. We need you. I said it. Right. All right. Last but not least, I told you I was going to stay on this paper. My great-grandmother was a slave from an unknown country in Africa. My father told me this. He was born 1921. My father was born 1921. I'm telling you, my great-grandmother was a slave. So yeah, I need to definitely check the DNA on that. I'm going to say Namibia. And great-grandmother, at the time, it was against the law to read or write. So she would go into the big master's house and take the can of flour and tear off the word. And then she would come home and teach my grandfather flour, F-L-O-U-R, flour. She'd tear off the label of sugar, come home, sugar, S-U-G-A-R. I share that with you because my mother, my great-grandmother was a teacher, just like me. Even though she couldn't read or write, she took whatever resources she had to come back and share to empower her family. Grandfather got a scholarship in agriculture because he knew how to read and write by the time it was legal. So they took him in. My father was a songwriter, limousine driver, probation officer, and dropped out of high school. But here, the wisdom stayed. Yeah. He was an activist, a freedom fighter for South Africa, a public speaker. Who knew? And here I am. But if she had not taken the willingness and the time to say, hello, I'm going to teach my children how to read or write, I would not be here today. I encourage you, in the last words that I'm going to say, you see, it's not only about the education, but it's also about the wisdom. Education is good. It's good to get the degrees. Trust me, it helps you to solve problems. Big problems and and small problems. But you also need wisdom. You need knowledge in order to make it in this life. And if you want to build wealth beyond the next generation, you must not only have the education, but also the wisdom to share the information to your children. It's not enough to leave them $1 million, or poor, right? I left them $1 million, woohoo! But they will squander that money, greed, and all of those things because we didn't teach them the fundamental thing, how to work for that money, how to keep that money. So, here's the L system. The reason why blacks all over the world, all of us in the African diaspora, have an issue with money is the 3 L's. Lack of financial literacy, lack of investment, and lack of desire. Those are the 3 L's. We must be financially literate. We must have the ability to invest in each other, in our own businesses, just as this beautiful sister Juliana said, collaborations, working together. I came with my team because I always want to show them, hello, keep shining, keep pushing for us. We see you, and I hope that we use this opportunity to continue to collaborate and boost each other up, up, up. Amen? Amen. One, two,
Ladies and gentlemen, can I hear another round of applause for Mekwaida Red Bell? She's now a Namibian. Let's say you are now a Namibian, and thank you so much. Oh, and Donga. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. If you would like to share these videos or any other pictures that you can take tonight, you can share. We say that under the hashtag the journey to from wealth. That is actually the book we are launching here tonight by Ms. Victoria Haihambo. Do make sure that you grab your book for $200 Namibian. If perhaps maybe the package that you took for $80 Namibian cannot have you access to the book, you can always purchase it and then we can print your copy within a week. Do not forget that we still have some refreshment for you after the event, and do not get tired because we're almost coming to the end of today's program, ladies and gentlemen, and we really appreciate each and everyone for taking time on your busy schedule to be with us here on the launch book, The Journey to and From Where. So without wasting your time or our time, let me hand in the mic to my co-host, Dee Liz. Are you a comedian? Let me interview her a little bit. But she said she's an artist. I'm expecting you to come and perform a little, even one song for the people. You do gospel?
Yes.
Are you a comedian?
No.
I think you're a comedian. You're doing a lot of comedy. Just be honest.
Okay, I'm a multi-passionaire. Maybe I am.
I think so, yeah. I think that's a passion you didn't find in yourself that I find in you tonight. So thank you so much. Let me hand the mic to you.
Okay, thank you so much, MC Anelli. You guys, the food is coming because your faces. You are even scaring me. The refreshments are coming, right? Okay, so we are leaving this time to Shikongo Boy. You guys are ready to dance? Yeah. You guys are not even excited. You will not come here if you are not cheering him up, eh? Give it up for Shikongo Boy. You can do better than that. Give it up for Shikongo Boy.
Good evening, how are you doing? And my name is Oscar Shikongone. I'm from Etiasa. It's upcoming artist. I have 2 albums. My first album is Road to Success. Second album is Become a Headman. So, Mr. DJ, give me the first song.
Just up. Come on, boy. Mr. Phil, Daddy, yes. telongo na miti kwefa amo fire na piti la bokaya telele na baya ngono motima to faina itima chimi no shikuma ne tonge na ne kopi nganda tutambulusha na ne tonge na ne kopi nganda tutambulusha itambulusha na tutambulusha itambulusha na tutambulusha itambulusha.
Are you guys happy? Are you guys happy?
Yeah!
When I say Tijasa, you say Diva. Tijasa?
Diva!
Mr. DJ, let's go.
Yeah! Okay,
yeah, the kings of the kings. We are back again. Congo boy, slow boy. Yeah, so chilling out. It's a headman, man. We back again. It's 2022. Yes.
Become a headman, so Tokazuka. Congo boy, slow boy, Tokazuka. Oh, I not know, Shoshelina Kusha. Just Tokazuka. Twice a night, Tatana Valika. We are back again, Tatano Karama. What to say, Kena, make way to Karama. Comes off my way, never tell us again. Congo boy, Tokazuka, 2022. Back again, didn't know me, Jita Tati 24 Hase. Ucha Kohabala, Sigo Pajit. You got me head, no them Pundane. I know Muripe, but them Pundane, but them Pumane. I'm a noisy, but them Pumane. I know Muripe, but them Pumane, but them Pumane, but them Pumane. Men on your them Pumane. More money, what them Pumane. Become a headman, so Tokazuka. Skoko boys, no for Tokazuka. Oh, I don't know, Shoshelina Kusha. Just Tokazuka. They say night, Tatana Valika. We are back again, Tatano Karama. Got to say, get up, make way to Karama. Don't off my way, never tell us again.
Slow boy, Okala, Ticket, Fresh.
Thank you guys, thank you guys, thank you guys, thank you guys, thank you guys.
give it up for Chicago Boys!
Wow, wow, wow. That was a wonderful performance. The song is saying, no matter how you try, you can't break him, like the first song. And the second song, I only had Chos. Okay, so we're gonna move on to the first teaser of the book, our book, The Journey to and from Wealth. And with my co-MC, I'm gonna do the first teaser, she'll come and do the rest of the teasers. Right. Okay, the second one and I'll do the third. All right, so can we at least give you time to think about it? He asked with signs of disappointment written all over his face. No, there's nothing to think about, Isabella said, getting annoyed with the ongoing conversation at hand.
Do the second one.
Okay. It was like Isabella had seen a ghost. Her eyes got so big as she stared at the lady in front of her. Mr. Nakale was busy speaking to one business associate who was also invited to the engagement when he heard the sound of cracking glass and noticed that it was his wife who had dropped it. He kept staring at Isabella, who was looking at the woman. They started talking, but he was far and couldn't really hear what she was saying. She forcefully grabbed the bucket from Karina's hand and put it back where it was. Karina rushed to pick it up, but before she could do that, Linia grabbed her by the t-shirt she was wearing. You have really tested my patience, and I feel like slapping you this minute, she said. But who said that? We don't know. So if you want to know who said that, you have to get a copy of the book. The people who are streaming live have to get a copy of the book and you'll know what is happening in the book.
Thank you so much. Those were the three teasers from the book, The Journey to and from Wealth. If you're watching us from home, ladies and gentlemen, and make sure you grab your book, $200 million. You can contact Ms. Vicky Haihambro. She will come and explain more, maybe where you guys can contact her, particularly those that are watching us from home. We're also going to run a little bit of competition whereby 2 lucky winners will walk away with 2 books, Women's Persistence, published in 2019. This is Miss Victoria Haihambro Facebook. 2 lucky winners will walk away with these 2 books. Miss Vicky, maybe can you come and explain more on the competition, how it's gonna work? Mr. DJ, give us a bit of music.
Hello once more. Hello once more. I'm all happy to be here. Thank you. So this is what is going to happen. All the people who are here who have joined today's session, I have put your name into the random draw online competition, so you can stand a chance to walk away with a book. So all of you have equal opportunity of winning this book. So it's 2 people. I'm going to press the button, and then it's going to randomly pick a winner, the first winner until the second winner. So this is my first book, and it talks about a lady. It's actually a short story. A lady named Nailoke, who have to go through life, a lot of life challenges, but she kept on being persistent until she succeeded. And as opposed to the other book, which is 150 something pages, this one is only 28 pages, but the message is quite powerful. All right, we are going to do the draw in 1 second.
Mr. DJ, a bit of music. I don't know, I just feel like I want to dance. And ladies and gentlemen, don't forget that Maita X Hall, she's gonna come back for one more last performance. Yeah? She's gonna come and entertain you.
All right. I'm going to just click on this button, start, and then if you see your name on the screen, just come and get your book already. Then we take a picture there. Are you ready? We are going to count down from 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Who's Festus? He's a journalist from New Era. He just left. He has another event. Congratulations. You get it. Okay. We are going to the second winner. I hope they are around. Okay, so I'm going to pick another name. Okay, let's count down again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, okay. Who's it going to be? Luis Aaron. Yeah, she's here.
Sexy que sexy, tavazo que me tavazo. Sexy que sexy, tavazo que me tavazo. Whoa, 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 whoa. Le ring le bar. Whoa, 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 whoa. Le ring le bar.
Congratulations to Festus and Luis Aaron for winning the Women's Persistence book. But I realized I was praying like my name should just like, even the computer can just do wonders. Then I realized I did not register. So I think my prayer went in vain. So you cannot sow where you did not. You cannot reap where you did not sow. Don't be like deep bliss, guys. In life, it's a lesson. All right. So at this moment and time, we are leaving it to Maita XO. You are forgetting how she performed it. Then give it up for Maita.
Alright, the next song is called Take Me Away. It's for the lovebirds. If you have someone in mind, you can, Alright? Alright, DJ, take it away. Take Me Away. The second song.
For the last time, right? Memo Kwati, please, Mr. DJ.
Memo Kwati, giant, an African woman, crown made of 1,000 stars. Oh, my mother, she carried me on her back, made everything possible. It was a wonder to see.
Okay, Maita, I salute you. Yo, I had to go outside because the heat was now too much. I could not. You are talented. Yeah. All right. So this time we are going to say out the names of the people who bought the full package with the book, and then you come here and have a photo shoot with Meviki Haihambo, and then yeah. So we're announcing the name. You do the photo shoot, and then those who want the photo shoot with the book as well, you can come and purchase if you haven't purchased. Yeah, then we can pre-order if the books are finished. And then after that we'll have our refreshment, and then Kinzo is coming again with the dancer who made me to quit dancing.
He said it's fine, it's not performing anymore because it's time. No, you cannot say. No, I came from outside. He said it's fine. Oh, because he said that when it's no longer coming. I think it's fine. No, I thought it's yeah. So which one did you say? B1 is the one with the best.
Can you spell the name for my
talk of local. We talk of local, they say it's about local because local is local, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you support the young girl. Yeah? Like, I'm gonna get your number, darling. Let me have, yes, I'm all about women empowerment. And since I present events, I do from weddings, music events, and all that. I really want to help you too, because I love your music. I was wondering, where have you been? Like, your music is everything. You know what you're doing. I have seen some artists performing, but you, the talent is there. God bless you. Like I said, don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, when you are sharing any of the pictures we're gonna take tonight, make sure you share them under the hashtag The Journey to and from where. That is the book that we are launching tonight by Miss Vicky Toria Haihambro. So make sure you grab a book. If you are, let me say, most of the people, not only women and also men that are here, you guys are into business. I went through, the book is mostly more about business. Make sure you grab your copy for $200 million. And particularly those one who did not do a package that is including the book, make sure, even if it's not today, tomorrow, let's empower women through business. Do me an honor to call upon Mr. Paulus, I beg your pardon, to call Miss Lesbel Beta Aquila. She's just my favorite. You should bring your book with. Without wasting time, ladies and gentlemen, because we are running out of time, let me do an honor to call upon, I don't know, I'm sorry, I don't know whether it's Miss or Mr. Taino is Mr. Mr. Taino Haihambro. Thank you, Mr. Taino Haihambro, for your pictures. Let me do an honor to call upon Mr. Salomon Yupandwa. Mr. DJ.
I'll be here until the end. The lessons of God will be good to test. I believe you conquer everything.
just want to say thank you very much, Meviki Haukwe. So, but why did I bring this boy? On the first book, Woman Persistence, when we were having a conversation with Meviki, I decided to buy. When I take it home for him, he was just 9. Then maybe within 2 hours, he's done already reading that book. That's why I... that's why I brought him to come and see so that he can take up the legacy. Yes.
And he's a nephew to my husband. The mother is following my husband. The mother is just there. My sister-in-law. Please stand. But she was first Hairambo, now she's Mipando.
Wealth generation.
Let me call upon Eunife. I beg your pardon, guys. These names are not, they don't have initials, so I beg your pardon on that if I didn't say Mr. or you are Mistress or Miss. Okay? Miss Unifa Namapanda. Thank you for your pictures. The journey to and from where?
If I don't say something about Unifa. Unifa, in 2019, we traveled together to China, where I was suffering from severe gastric. And she was like my mother, my sister, all in one. And she was holding my hand. So for 3 weeks, I was suffering from severe gastric. So Unifa, thank you for always supporting me.
Let me do the honor to call upon Lovisa Amon to come in. Miss Lovisa Amon. And congratulations for winning a woman's persistence. Oh, that was for Louis. Where is Louis to you? Oh, it's oh, congratulations to you guys.
I believe you conquer everything.
In the Poland Springs,
yeah,
look alike.
I almost said
Why is don't go, maybe you want to say something?
We were together at the University of Namibia and everybody used to say we look alike.
Are you personally not related to?
No, we are just twins from different mothers. She's also a big support. Thank you.
She looked like you. When she came here the first time, I thought she's your sister or somewhere somehow. You guys look alike. There are some explanation need to be done somewhere. I don't know who needs it. All right. Let me call upon Miss Rauna Matila. Are you in the house, Miss Rauna Matila? I think she's not here. Ms. Ruiz or Mr. Ruiz Alon, I think he's also not here. Let me do an honor to call upon, I don't know whether this one is Mr. or Miss De Batila Haimbangu. Are you in the house? Mr. DJ, give us a bit of music more. Oh, congratulations, Miss. Guys, if perhaps you didn't purchase your book, maybe you paid $80 Namibian, try to take an advantage just to pay 220 Namibian dollars instead of you going to purchase for 200 tonight. You still have that chance for you to grab your book under the package of 220 Namibian dollars. The journey to and from where, ladies and gentlemen. And do not forget that we still have women persistence, 160 Namibian dollars. Make sure you grab your book. Mediki wanted to say something.
Still 200.
It's still 200. Even. Oh, okay. So just make sure that you take an advantage for you to pay 200 tonight. While the books are still here. Eh? It's 200. So it's not like if somebody do an interest of 220, they get a book under that package.
When they bought the tickets, it includes refreshment, entrance, and a book. But now, if you are already in say 80 and you said want to buy it, you buy it the normal price 200.
Oh, all right. But the entrance, if somebody could come in and then the moment they want the book, the package could be including the book.
No, it's still 200 because we are almost done with everything.
Oh, all right. I beg your pardon on that. Even you pay 80 Namibian dollars, but just get a chance, guys, and grab your book. Even the copy are done, you can always purchase yours. In 1 week, you can grab it. 160 Namibian dollars for a woman's persistence. I'm sorry, I'm too business. I'm in too business.
I'm actually deciding to sell, to put it on sale. This one, for $100, no more 160. This one, okay? It's now 100.
Oh. 100 Namibian dollars for a women's persistence. I think I'm also gonna purchase mine tonight. I'll see about it. Let's continue calling upon Mr. Piniers Congo. I think he's not available tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, let me do an honor to call upon Mr. Amon Haimbangu to come and receive your the journey to and from where.
Don't turn the camera to me, it's fine. Don't turn the camera to me.
Mr. Cornelius Ghana. Is this? Oh, Miss, I beg your pardon. The problem here, your names are not in with the initial. I beg your pardon on that. Congratulations to Miss Cornelius Pingana. Come and get your book. Thank you so much for your purchase. We appreciate. Do not forget to grab yours. We say the woman's persistence is only $100 Namibian dollars. And then the book, the reason why we are here, the journey to and from where, 200 Namibian dollars, is a fiction novel book. Miss Johanna Ngindinwa. Miss Johanna Ngindinwa, come and get your book. If you have it, just bring it.
She carried me on her back, made everything possible.
Mr. Tambo Nangolo? Tamba, I beg your pardon. Mr. Tamba Nangolo? Miss Tamba Nangolo. I beg your pardon, Miss Tamba Nangolo. The names are not here with initials, that's why I don't know if this is a Miss Or Mr. But never mind. Miss Tamba Nangolo, come and get your book. Last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, let me call upon Ms. Lydia Povano. Ms. Lydia Povano? Oh, there is still more. Oh, here's the last one. Available, guys. Take an advantage. Yes, you can come if you still want to purchase your book before we finish. You can still come and purchase your book for $200 million.
I want to give one book to someone, some special someone.
All right, Ms. Victoria Hayamba want to give one of the book to one of the special person in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Who is that lucky person? I'm wondering.
Ladies and gentlemen, I feel I'll be doing a disservice if I don't give this special guest a free book. Thank you so much. So let's take a picture. Is Juliana?
If perhaps somebody who wants to purchase the book, we didn't close doors for you. There is a number here. I think to make things easy, you just stand up. If perhaps you want to do any other transaction, you just stand up, you come. You can come and talk to, what is your name? Yalo. You can just come and talk to Yalo so you can do your purchases. Never too late. $200 million and $100 million get you a women's persistence book. You need the number. Okay, the number is here. But then otherwise you can also just stand up, and then to make things easy, you come here and then you can come and do a very quick transaction for you to get yourself a book. We are almost coming to an end of today's book launch. We really appreciate each and every one of you guys for taking time on your busy schedule to be with us here. Vicky, you want to say something? Oh yeah, pictures guys are welcome, but I think we're gonna do an official close before pictures. My co-host, maybe she can just come in. Dee, please, the beautiful Dee, please, she can just come and join me so that we can do an official closure. And then after, you guys can come and take pictures. It's all about women empowerment. I really appreciate that women, you know, sometimes, I don't know why sometimes women, we don't like supporting each other, but I'm really impressed by how much women have really turned up tonight. Let's keep up the good spirit of empowering women through business. And yeah, let's keep the good spirit. Maybe, I think for me, I'm just gonna do inclusion and then, oh, yeah. Then maybe we'll do a vote of things, I think, before we do the closure. Maybe we can entertain people. We are more of a comedian. Me, I'm not, I don't know how to do this comedian thing. Dee, please, I think you can do that more. What about you singing for the people? Yeah, you let the people down.
Okay, I'm gonna sing one song. Okay, and for, I don't know. Can we collect to the speaker of mine? I didn't send my song.
Can we?
I just use my voice without any instrument.
We're gonna help you.
Yeah.
Because I have the music there, but
What's the music?
it's in my phone.
Yeah.
Okay. No, not that one.
Bring your phone.
Okay, so whilst they're still connecting, I can see.
Bring your phone. Bring your phone.
Then I'll be singing with my voice without an instrument. Okay.
Telephone is that one?
Nice.
iPhone. iPhone.
iPhone one connected.
I didn't bring the cable. Okay.
Adjusting with your iPhone.
Okay, it's fine. I'll just sing for a minute. You guys, you just want to sing to hear to my voice when I'm singing. It sounds nice when I'm talking, right? I know. Okay. You have sent your glory above the heavens, ruler above all rulers, healer above all healers, lover above all lovers, the shalom that our hearts long for. There is no one like our God who can be compared to you. I'll say, who is like our God? There is none, no one who can be compared to you. There is none, no one who is like our God. There is none, no one who can be compared to you. There is none, no one. Yeah, so no, the best way for you guys to listen to the music, you have to subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's Deeply Sian. You get my music there with the beat and the instrument. Yeah, thank you so much. So we are leaving this time to Vicky for the vote of thanks.
Yo, I'm I don't have words. I'm so grateful. I did not expect this turn out. This is actually my first launch. With my Facebook, I did not do any launch. So I would like to say to each and every one of you, I don't want to single out anybody. I really appreciate you. And thank you for coming out. I know we are all busy. We have things to do. We have wedding to attend. We have family to spend time with our family. We have to spend time at our business and so on. It's not easy. Time, as they say, time is money. Eh? So I really appreciate you, and I wish you a safe travel back to your respective homes. And please do follow my author Facebook page, which is Victoria H. Author Entrepreneur. And just like her page, and stay tuned as we are going to, keep on following us. We're going to release the next book. There's more coming. Yeah, I can guarantee you that there's more coming. Wow. So, yeah, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Back to the MC.
Thank you so much. When Maviki called me, okay, the first time where we met Maviki, it was at Destiny Hotel. It was about Impact Her. And for more information, you have to get my number. Then I'll tell you how we met. And then she called me like, you have to be an MC on my book launch. At first in my mind I was like, you have never been an MC on a book launch? So this was my first, this is my first time being an MC on a book launch. And thank you so much. Yes, I'll leave this time to Anela. And thank you so much, guys, for coming. If it wasn't for you, this event was not going to be a success. Thank you so much for the support. Keep it up. Keep supporting women empowerment. We thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you also, my co-host. You make everything possible. And I would like also to thank each and everyone for coming through. Like we said, we are talking of women empowerment. Let's keep it up, supporting each other. Like I said, my name is Anili. I am a teacher by profession, event presenter, and I'm also a tour operator. You can follow my Instagram page. My personal page, Veloin Anneli, my business page, Explore with Anneli. I organize trips. I did my June trip already to Cape Town that was successful. At the moment, I have 25 people that I'm going to take for my December trip to Cape Town. So if you would like to join us, if you're into traveling and you would like to join me, you can find me on Facebook, Explore with Anneli, and also in Instagram, Explore with Anneli. I would really, really love to see you guys on board. Otherwise, thank you so much. We really, really appreciate it. And thank you so much for Ms. Vicky for choosing me to be an MC. I've been working with Ms. Vicky because she's working under the Town Council of Okahau. They've booked me in for Ehau Cultural Expo for the record of 3 years. And recently I hosted the Okahau Talent Show. It was a creative festival. She know my work. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate you for always choosing me to, among there are so many other MC there, but I have no word, guys. But anyway, thank you so much for coming through. We really appreciate it. We're having some refreshment for you guys. Make sure you travel safe back home. Until next time, adios. Bye, guys. Mr. DJ, give us some music once more. Oh, play that song for us. Congratulations. Congratulations to Miss Vicky Haihambo for launching your book. Play us. You don't have that song? You cannot even play it on YouTube or something? Play it on YouTube. Congratulations. When you say that song, congratulations, I think it's gonna come out. It's also such a very nice spiritual song. Just search it for us, please, and then we can move all of us as we move outside. We don't have anyone to pray for us. Anyway, I pray for you guys to drive safe and arrive home safely. Until some other time, adios. And on our Facebook page, guys, make sure to like and follow us. Bye, guys. And perhaps if you're gonna share any pictures you're gonna take, share them under the hashtag the journey to and from where.